Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem.
Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be discussing fennel. Fennel, which is also known as shumar in Hebrew, or some people know it as anise, has a very distinct flavor, and while it might not be used in every culture, it is widely used around the world. And in Israel, it does have a wide distribution and is used by many, many people. Unfortunately, fennel can suffer from a large level of infestation, ranging from mites, fly larvae, aphids, and thrips. These are things that are found both in Israel and in the United States. Fennel is something that is able to be cleaned. However, it needs a very specific process, and that we will explain shortly. Now let's take a look at the infestation. So here we have a piece of shumar, fennel, and as you can clearly see, it's very hard to see any sort of bugs because of the white coloration of the fennel. So if we put a little light to the back, we now can see a little spot, and that spot is moving and is clearly a thrip. Here's an up close of a thrip larva. Here is an adult thrip walking across a fennel. Here we have an aphid that I found in some fennel. And here we have the signs of an aphid, which is the exoskeleton, and that is always a sign that there are aphids present. Here we have a fly egg, and you can sometimes even find fly larvae. Now this picture was sent to me by somebody who actually found a full caterpillar in their fennel. This is a rare type of infestation, but it could happen, and people should be aware of it. Now that we've seen the infestation, let's discuss how we can clean it. Unfortunately, it is not widely known how to clean shumar amongst the general population, and therefore, when one is at an event, oftentimes at more upscale halls, you will find that shumar, or fennel, is cut in a way that does not allow for full bug removal from the vegetable. So I'm going to demonstrate how shumar could be cut in the wrong way. So what they generally do is they'll cut off the top of the shumar, and they will also cut off the bottom of the shumar. Then they will cut the shumar in half, and then they will cut it as follows. So it comes out in what we would call a fan shape. Now, because it is connected at the base, there is no real way to wash it properly to get all the bugs out from the very inside of the fennel. So this is the not correct way how to wash a fennel. Now let's show how we can properly wash a fennel. So when one wants to properly clean their fennel, one should first remove all of the leaves. As you see, I've already removed. These leaves grow on the stalks. If one wishes to keep the stalks, one should cut the tops of the stalks off, as they are usually have a hole for the bugs to go in. Generally speaking, it is preferable not to use the stalks, but if you're going to use them, make sure to cut them lengthwise and wash inside, as there is a hole that goes all the way in. But for our purposes, I'm going to remove the stalks just to make things easier. But again, one could cut them in half and clean them. Okay, so one takes off the top of the fennel, then one removes the bottom, and that will already allow the first leaves to come off. And those leaves are removed, and they will be put to wash. You could also take a knife and just cut out the heart. That will also allow the leaves to come off more easily. We take more leaves off. As it frees from the bottom, you could also theoretically cut it in half and then remove as follows. This is another way to do it. Take out the heart And then all the leaves individually, each layer can be removed to be soaked. But again, we want to make sure that every layer is separated individually. So now that we've cut our fennel, as you see, we have our individual leaves. And if you wish to use the stalks, again, you have the stalks, you want to open them so that the inside is able to be washed. As you see, there is a cavity on the inside. You want to make sure that can be washed out. But now we can put these to soak in soapy water for 3 to 5 minutes, and then we can rinse them off under a strong stream of water while giving it a scrub with our fingers. And in this way, we can be confident that we have cleaned our fennel, and we can enjoy our fennel the way the Ribbonu Shalom intended.